Hello, pre-algebra students. Today we are going to be doing 1.1 day 3, powers and exponents. Here is yesterday's worksheet that you received after our booklet. Please go ahead and check your answers as I scroll through. Pause the video at any time. Again, it is not helpful to you to have a wrong answer. So at this time, if any of your answers are wrong, change them. Okay, and I will check this on Monday in class to make sure that it is done. Today we are going to be doing, again, powers and exponents. So example 3, you should have your notebook out and you should be following along with me and taking notes. Evaluate a squared plus b to the power of 4 if a equals 3 and b equals half. So we are going to substitute in 3 for a. Whenever we substitute, you need to make sure that you utilize parentheses. So if you want to write that off to the side, use parentheses when subbing in. Into expression. That would be a wise thing to write down. Okay, so 3 in parentheses squared plus, I'm substituting a half in for b to the power of 4. 3 squared is 9 plus, now I'm taking 1 to the power of 4, which is 1, and 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. So then 9 plus 1/16 would be 9 and 1/16. Okay? Example number 4. Evaluate d cubed plus the difference of c squared and 2 if c equals -4 and d equals 2/5. So again, I'm going to utilize parentheses. 2/5 cubed plus parentheses, and then I'm going to do another set of parentheses because I'm substituting in that -4 for c, minus 2, and then close your parentheses. All right, 2 to the power of 3 would be 8. 5 to the power of 3 is 125. Plus, now we're going to look at -4 squared. Remember, this is in parentheses. So -4 times -4 would give me positive 16 minus 2. 16 minus 2 is 14. So 8 over 125 plus 14. We have a whole number plus a fraction. So I'd have 14 and 18 over 125 for my final answer. Next, go ahead and pause the video. Try this one on your own. Okay, this one is not going to have fractions in it. It's going to come out nicely. Okay, you should have paused the video. So we're going to go ahead and substitute -3 in for a plus, and we're going to substitute 6 in for b. Okay, if you're unsure of how to do this part right here, it is saying -3 times -3 times -3 times -3. -3 times -3 is 9. -3 times -3 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. So this would be 81 plus 6 squared, which is 36. Okay, when I add those together, I get 117. Okay? So, remember, when we substitute in, we have to make sure that we are using parentheses. Because if you did not use parentheses there, you would have gotten a negative 81 plus 36. And then negative 81 plus 36, that would have been a negative 45. And see how that is a very big difference than 117. So use parentheses. I cannot stress that enough. You have to use parentheses. Okay, we have some word problems. So at this time, you need to pause the video and write down the word problems. Please and thank you. Okay, so it says the table shows the average weight of 2 endangered mammals. How much more does the brown bear weigh than the panther? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to multiply. So 2 to the power of 3, we know that that is 8. Times 3 times 5. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 5 is 120. Okay? So the panther weighs 120 pounds. The brown bear, 2 times 5 squared is 25, times 7. 2 times 25 is 50, times 7. 7 times 5 is 35, and then add the 0, so 350 pounds. The question is asking me, how much more does the brown bear weigh than the panther? So what I need to do here is I need to do 350, 350 minus 120, which would be 0.32. So the brown bear weighs 230 more pounds. I need to be there. Pounds more. And that would be your final answer here. Okay. All right, go ahead. Try this one on your own. Pause the video. Afterwards, after you solve it on your own, then I will walk you through it. So Interstate 90 stretches almost 2 to the power of 4 times 7 squared times 4 miles across the United States. Interstate 70 stretches almost 2 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 2 times 11 miles across the United States. How much longer is Interstate 90 than Interstate 80? Okay, so I'm going to make that's the second time I've done that. I'm going to make I-90. Okay, so that is 2 to the power of 4 times 7 squared times 4. So 2 to the power of 4 I know is 16. That's one that we've just been doing a lot. We've done 2 to the power of 3 a lot, which is 8, and then times another 2 is 16. Okay, 7 to the power of 2 is 49, and then times 4. Okay, so 16 times 49 is 784. I am okay if you're using the calculator on your iPad for this problem. And then we're timesing it by 4 again. So then we get 3,136 miles. I'm going to use the mile abbreviation, MI. Okay, I-70 2 to the power of 3 times 5 squared times 11. This one I'm going to do two of them at the same time again. 2 to the power of 3 is 8 times 25 times 11. 8 times 25 is 200. Again, think of quarters, mental math. So then 200 times 11. 11 times 2 is 22, and then add your 2 zeros. So that one's easy to do mental math wise. Okay, so the question is asking me, how much longer is I-90 than I-70? So we have to do some subtraction here. So we are 3,136 minus 2,200 miles. Okay, subtract straight down. 6 minus 0 is 6. 3 minus 0 is 3. I can borrow. 11. 9. Okay. So, from here, you need to make sure that you have a label. So, 936 more miles would be your final answer. Okay, go ahead and once you finish notes, get the worksheet from the substitute, and then from there, the sub has the answer key. So please make sure that you check with the answer key if you are struggling at all. And then I will see you when I get back. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.